Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is a Raid Shadow Legends video. Might be able to hear it. My throat is a mess. Oh, I've come back so sick from my trip, honestly. So that's why I've not had a video out for a couple of days. I'm trying to get back on top form, but yeah, I'm struggling a bit. So what's going on? I've just seen we got this Afterparty path that's dropped in. We're also due to get a bit more juicy news later on today. So I guess keep tuned in for what's coming later on. But yeah, what's going on? For anyone who picked up the Lord of Hosts, Fabian here, you're going to be wanting to try and grab his soul. Now, it's a busy old path, right? So we've got a lot going on. Again, I would say if you can get a 4-star soul on a legendary hero, it's a massive, massive boost to your account. You know, any legendary that you're going to use consistently, 4-star or above, is just a huge, huge growth. If you just kind of look, forget the abilities for a second. If you just look at the stats that you get for these larger souls, especially for a legendary champ, I've got a 5-star soul here on my Alice, on my free-to-play. I'm getting a ton of extra health, attack, defense, crit damage, resistance, and accuracy, right? It's so many stats. If you think about someone like a Fabian here, who needs a lot of these stats to be effective, it just makes the champion so much stronger. So a soul, honestly, is like one of the biggest power creeps that you can get for your champs. So definitely, if you picked him up and you're using him, and I did advise everyone to go for this if they could, then this is definitely something that you're going to be wanting to try and do. And I think it's actually one of the better types of events to try and at least do it. Upgrading champions, leveling champs is one of the best ways to do it. Just using like resources you've got around, and then obviously summoning is down to whether you've got enough summoning materials or not. But you know, generally these are done with sacred shards, and they're generally pretty damn expensive to get done. So if we look through it here, you've got a whole bunch of noise, but ultimately we can see we've got 2 keys to unlock this path. There's 4 keys down the bottom here, which means you basically, if you want to get the souls, you've got, this is just coming straight as a 4-star soul. No, you've got to come down here first. So you have to get this 3-star element first. You have to get keys on both sides. In fact, damn, you have to do so much of this path to be able to get this done. You've got keys down on the left, keys on the right. You've got to come down to the middle first before then coming down all the way. I'll tell you what, from just like a general point of view, right? Looking at this, if I'm someone who's like on the fence, do I fancy doing this or not? It looks overwhelming. Like, it's like, wow, there's so much I've got to do. The point scoring might not be that bad. I've not added it up yet. But it looks like it's like a tragic effort to get this done, because you have to go left side track to be able to get this one. You have to go middle track and then both down the left and the right to get these. You have to go right side track to get this, and none of them loop into each other. So the middle track, I guess you want to start with the middle track because you're going to go left, grab this key, right, grab this key, and then you're in the middle anyway to get this soul. So middle track is where you start and work your way down. Then you can unlock this. Then you unlock this. And then if you've still got resources left after that, you then go outside tracks to get these keys before you can unlock this. So there's a lot. It's like almost like a full completion of this thing. Right, so let's work out some numbers here then. So I've worked out kind of like, what does it take to go inside, and then how much it costs to get to the keys, how much it costs to get to the first 3-star, then how much it costs to get to the outside keys, and then obviously you've got your stuff through down in the middle. So if you're just trying to get the 3-star soul, okay, so you're going to want, what we've got like 1,500 to unlock into the middle part. We've then got another 750 to get down to a key. From there on, we've got 23,000 to get down to the soul. 23, yeah, and that will get you the soul. So in total, just to get the 3-star soul, 32,000 250 points. Okay. So just to get going, we then would have to go down the other side and spend another 750 to get to the second key. So that's going to give us a total of like 40k. We can then unlock the middle and spend another 7,000 to get the 4-star soul. And that's where things get kind of juicy, I would say. 4-star soul, juicy. And after that, if you then wanted to go big and go 5-star soul, which for this dude's pretty damn useful, honestly. For Fabian, it's useful because of all those extra accuracy stats. You're then going full new again. So you're going each side of the track is 8,300, which you'll have to do twice. I messed it up. 47k, 47k, plus 8,300 twice to unlock the 5-star, then another 35,000 on top of that. So it's nigh on 100,000 points to get to the 5-star soul. It's incredibly massive, like, point scoring, honestly. Incredibly high. Wow, it's a lot. And you might just be like, I'm just going to stick at the 3-star soul. The trouble is, like, for the type of champion that he is, I don't know if a 3-star soul's where it's at. You kind of get your HP first, then your attack, then your defense. Really, for this dude, this is the stat you want. You want your accuracy, right? You want your accuracy. Crit damages are nice to have. You kind of want your accuracy and your speed, which is like the higher levels of the blessing. So if you were just dropping in with a 3-star, I would say that is not worth it. That is not worth the effort that you're going to have to go through and resources you're going to have to burn. That's my view. You can do what you want to do, obviously, but that feels like hella expensive to do. But yeah, I mean, 100-odd thousand points. If you were just looking at that with sacreds, pulling shards, you're going to be pulling over like 22 shards. They basically value the high blessing as a full legendary champion in terms of the way they price it out. Now, there are a bunch of events running right now. There's good champions up for grabs. Not great ones, I would say, in the current meta. You got Stultus is very good. Hansel, pretty trash. Cupidus is good. Valk is still good, but she's kind of like, she's no longer the best champion in the game type of vibe, right? So things have changed. Lissandra, again, good. Not up there with that crazy sort of champ anymore. We do have a pretty crazy champion in Cardiel still. Tehanarak's very good in Hydra, but again, there's been a lot of champions that have just come in doing the same type of job better nowadays. So it's a tough one, honestly. It's a tough one. Obviously, Lord Fabian is a great champion. We're seeing loads of people use him and really enjoy him. We knew that it was going to be. So yeah, it comes down to whether you've got resources to burn. Obviously, you can do a mix. You can do bunch of the leveling and do some of those kind of like leveling hacks that we've spoken about a ton of times now on this channel. And then you'll get a lot more points for the work you're doing anyway. What I'm going to do, say, on the free-to-play, because I'm always happy to level new champions out, even though we've only got like a week of the free-to-play competition left. But, taking one more champion to 6-star might make the difference for me. Yeah, it depends, really. But generally, you're always wanting to level champions up. So using those kind of like mini cheat codes to get extra points for that, and then deciding what you want to do with summoning is a decent approach. But for me, it's damn expensive. These paths are kind of going out of control with how expensive they are. Just to get to the 3-star, like, what was it, 32,000 points? So what's that? That's still, there's still like over 7 sacreds. Bit more manageable, I guess. So I'm halfway through recording, and then I realized we've got another event where there's a key to grab, which does significantly reduce the cost of one track. You're going to save yourself like 8,000 odd points. So instead of that 98,000, it's more like 90,000. It's still 20 sacreds rather than the 22. Yeah, I don't know, guys. It feels to me like the points required are just kind of mental. I don't know. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. I'll see you in the next one.